Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, in for the weekend edition, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Saturday, May 20th, 2023. We go to Sudan, where the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and other international groups have announced a ceasefire. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has announced that the representatives from the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces signed an agreement on a short-term ceasefire and a humanitarian agreement. The short-term ceasefire, which enters into a 48-hour after signing the agreement, shall remain in effect for 7 days. Under the agreement, the parties have agreed to facilitate the delivery and distribution of humanitarian assistance, restore essential services, and withdraw forces from hospitals and essential public facilities. The parties also have agreed to facilitate the safe passage of humanitarian actors and commodities, allowing goods to flow from ports of entry to populations in need. Both parties have conveyed to the Saudi and other groups of their commitment not to seek military advantage during the 48-hour notification. Given the brutality of the conflict, the immediate focus has been on stopping the fight. The talks have been focused on a short-term ceasefire to facilitate humanitarian assistance and restore of essential services, and they are not a political process and should not be perceived as one. The agreement anticipates that subsequent talks will address the steps needed to reach a permanent cessation of hostilities. They look forward to leadership by the Sudanese civilian stakeholders with the support of the regional and international community. The Sudanese people have now suffered for 5 terrible weeks as a result of this devastating conflict. The agreement is a short-term humanitarian ceasefire to provide them with the urgent need of relief. Those in Sudan, let us know your thoughts and let us know if you feel that a ceasefire will remain. Let's go to West Africa. Protesters have been demonstrating outside the presidential palace. Hundreds of protesters on Saturday were outside the presidential election petition court in Abuja, where Bola Tinubu, Nigeria's president-elect, is being challenged. A barricade mounted by the police to divert traffic away prevented the demonstrators from gaining entry into the court. The protesters, including many women clad in black and red attires, carried place cards with inscriptions urging President Muhammadu Buhari, whose administration's to live up to his promise of having a transparent electoral process. Others placed cards called out the chairman of the INEC, known as the Independent National Electoral Commission, for what they described as a shambolic election. The protesters marched through Eagle Square to the headquarters of the Court of Appeal, where the presidential election petition is located. The protesters, who go by the name of Free Nigeria Movement, were chanting anti-electoral fraud songs while milling around a barricade by police operatives to divert traffic from the court. Some of the women amongst the protesters were writing on the floor as they demanded an end to electoral fraud and corruption in Nigeria. Armed police officers stood by to prevent a breakdown of law and other things. Since the court had begun its inaugural sitting on March 8th, it has witnessed a handful of protests. The protest echoes the acrimony that followed the announcement of Tinubu as the winner of the contested February 25th presidential election back on March 1st. The two candidates that opposed him in March had to beat the 21-day deadline from the day of the announcement of the results to file their petitions to challenge the outcome of the election. 3 other political parties have filed separate petitions to challenge the election, but 2 of them withdrew their cases within the first week. Those in Nigeria, let us know your thoughts and let us know if a petition will be able to stop the inauguration that is set for May 29th. Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. Guyana's president is to receive an award. The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture says that Guyana's president, Dr. Irfan Ali, will be the first recipient of its award for his contribution to food security and sustainable development. The group decided to present this award in recognition of the president's his leadership in agricultural transformation, food security, and support for building resilient economies in a sustainable manner in Guyana and the Caribbean. The group said that since being elected as the head of state for Guyana, Dr. Ali has exercised his leadership as a regional leader in the Caribbean community, responsible for agriculture, rural development, and a mandate to advance the regional food security agenda. They stated that President Ali has launched numerous initiatives focused on ensuring the sustainable agriculture remains a fundamental pillar for national and regional development. In Guyana, the most prominent initiatives include the Agriculture Entrepreneurship Initiative and Innovation Program, targeting the youth to become agribusiness owners and agricultural processing and value additions. The group also said that Guyana's leadership in low-carbon development has strengthened under Ali's leadership, with the country being the first to be awarded trees credit. It is said that an initiative system of carbon credits is designed specifically for voluntarily and complement carbon markets to successfully prevent forest loss and degradation, a process known as jurisdictional RED. At the regional level, President Ali's vision is reflected in actions to transform agriculture and sustainable development, calling for deliberate action to bring life to the regional goal of reducing the Caribbean's $6 billion food import bill by 25% by the year of 2025. The Guyanese Barbados Food Terminal Regional Hub is also being developed along with various initiatives to address logistics and transportation. President Ali will receive the award during the 43rd regular meeting in Costa Rica on July 19th, 2023. Those in Guyana, let us know your pride and support on President Ali's award, and also if you will be attending the upcoming meeting where he will be awarded in Costa Rica. And also Costa Rica, let Kush News know if we can also make that trip. When we come back, we will have today's African proverb of the day.
My name is Adama Sawadogo, Executive Director for African Immigrant Family Services. We are making this call to invite all African community in Sarpy County and Douglas County for this free health fair event. We want everybody to join us on June 10th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at ACN. The address is 9012 Q Street, Omaha, Nebraska, 168127. There will be a health screening.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day. And it comes to us from no particular African nation or ethnic group. And it reads, I say no quickly and easily. I protect my me time because I deserve it. Once again, I say no quickly and easily. I protect my me time because I deserve it. Wow. Whoo! I know that lately I've been giving my own interpretations, but I'm going to do another one. Those of us from African nations and the Caribbean and even those African Americans, we have what we call a black tax. And basically we feel that once we graduate from college or, start a business that is highly financially successful, we feel like we need to cover the things that somebody's parents should have been covering: school fees, medical bills, or even just the cost of sherehe, is what we say in Kenya. And I'm here letting you know that you can say no. No, let me look into this camera. You can say no. No is a full sentence. No. But why? No. Man, you never used to be like this. No. That's it. You don't know. You do not owe anybody a yes. Let me know your interpretations of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for today and any other time that we upload material. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.